What's up guys, Auto here once again, going to be showing you a guide on how to counter Master Yi. So this guide will be broken down into 3 sections: items, champions and strategy. Let's begin. So items that counter Master Yi are as follows. If you're playing an AP mid laner or any AP champion in general, you should be trying to get an hourglass as soon as possible. What this means is if Yi casts Alpha Strike onto you, you will become immune to damage for 2.5 seconds, and because Yi just alphaed onto you, he is now vulnerable for your team to destroy him. As well as that, you gain armor and AP, which will help you kill him quicker and also survive. If you are playing a tank or any duelist champion, for example Jax, Fiora, getting a Thornmail isn't actually a bad idea. Not only do you deal damage back, but you also become a bit more tankier in terms of armor. However, there isn't really any counterplay that you can actually use to actually counter your Thornmail, and as well as that, you're going to be a lot tankier and harder to kill. Guardian Angel will prevent Yi from getting any resets in a team fight. If your whole team has Guardian Angel, it is really impossible to get a kill. If Yi alphas in and he kills somebody, he's not going to get a reset for that, meaning it's very difficult for him to fight. So the champions that counter Yi are as follows. So there are many instances for champion counters. For example, are you countering him in the jungle? Are you countering him in lane? How are you countering him? So I'm going to be breaking this into different sections. So I'm going to be talking about jungle counters. So this means early pressure junglers. If you take an early pressure jungler, you're more likely to win the game as compared to if you took a late game jungler. If you took a team fight jungler, it can also make the difference as well. So even if he farms up, you're also farming up, getting levels, getting XP. So if I took like Nautilus jungle or Mumu, you know, you have CC that would counter Yi. However, if I took an early pressure jungler, for example elise, and I tried invading the Yi, and I actually managed to get a kill, I could actually snowball that lead so hard. The Yi would also become quite behind. So if I prevent him from actually completing his Devourer, it means that I'm more likely to win that game, because their jungle pressure will be none. Being able to shut down the enemy Yi is quite important in winning games against him. Because if the Yi is behind, it is unlikely he'll be able to gank a lane and actually come back into the game. Because the chances are if he ganks, he will most likely die as well. Now let's talk about direct counters. Jax is a very efficient champion to take in a 1v1 situation. His counter strike completely negates all of Yi's damage, and the only way for him to actually stop that is to actually alpha to dodge it, which is a guessing game, because either you can hold all of it down, you can actually hold it down, or you can simply E. Also, you can also react to his Alpha Strike. So if you see him activate his Alpha Strike, you can actually stun him on the animation on the cast. So it's really efficient. As well as that, you could also get items like Thornmail, making it really hard to actually kill you. Jax also out damages Yi, although Yi has true damage. If you activate your dodge, his true damage will be stopped. He will not be able to hit you. The only thing he can actually do is meditate your damage and then alpha to dodge your stun. Other champions like Fiora can also duel him, however this is more of a skill matchup, due to the fact that you need to be able to instantly proc your heal as soon as possible. Because at the end of the day, Yi is a 1v1 champion and Yi will kill you. However, of course this depends on how ahead he is, how much items you have, etc. But generally if you get Thornmail and Fiora, you probably will kill him. Now let's talk about team fight champions that will actually help your team. So, Lissandra is very efficient due to the fact that she has a targeted CC, as well as that as an instant on cast CC. So the only thing that Yi can do is QSS it. However, he will still be stunned for about 0.15 seconds due to the fact that there's no animation to go through. It will be an instant stun. As well as that, that could also lead to being chain CC'd. So he will be most likely dead if you owe him. Lissandra is really annoying to deal with. Lulu is a really strong champion. Lulu is probably one of the best champions in the game at dealing with Yi. Not only can she polymorph Yi, making him useless, so if he tries to run in trying to alpha and you just polymorph, he's most likely going to die. As well as that, she also has shields and even a knockup that heals your ally for a huge amount of health, meaning not only are you denying resets, but you're also saving your ally. Leona does really well as she can keep Yi locked down for a really long period of time. Not only does she have a targeted CC with her Q, but also really long range on her ultimate. I highly recommend you stun them with the Q first and then ultimate, because it means that Yi can't alpha to dodge it if you do it instantly. Also, Leona is really efficient at sticking at her target. She can stick to Yi quite easily. If you're next to your ADC and she's trying to kill your ADC, simply just E onto him and simply Q him. Zilean completely negates Yi's resets. Not only can it give a 99% speed buff, but also prevent them from dying, which is really key to denying resets. All you have to do with Zilean is stay in the back. If he comes in, drop a few bombs, see if you can stun him. If you stun him, good fight, you win the fight. As well as that, you ultimate. It's on a low cooldown as well, meaning it's really annoying to deal with. Alistar can keep Yi locked down forever, that pulverized headbutt combo is really strong, and the only thing Yi can do is alpha it on reaction, which is quite difficult to do, to be honest. But it can be done. Also, not only that, Alistar is really tanky. If Yi cannot kill him during the first 5 seconds of his Muju style, chances are Alistar will live due to how tanky his ultimate makes him. Kayle will be able to use the ultimate to not only save an ally, but also save herself. You will struggle to kill people with this. However, you should know in a 1v1, Kayle will lose, even if she ults, because Yi can actually just simply meditate and then alpha once the ultimate ends. Lee Sin is really efficient because not only can he pressure the jungle early, but he can also peel for the allies and actually kick Yi in an unfavourable position, which could lead to his death. Also, the kick does a lot of damage in itself and can also be used to cancel his meditate. Elise is a really strong high pressure jungler that can be used, because not only does she have better ganks than Yi, she does quite a decent amount of early to mid game damage. Generally, any hard CC will destroy Yi, however the champions that I've mentioned in particular do really well against him. So what strategies can you use to actually defeat Yi? Firstly, you can stay grouped. If you stay grouped, Yi will struggle in getting picks. If he split pushes, simply group as 5 and simply push the base down. Because don't try and 1v1 Yi. Either group as 5 to kill the Yi, or group as 5 to push a lane. Simple. Sure, you might think, oh, but it's kind of annoying, isn't it? That's why you should just simply try and destroy him. But chances are he's not going to have wards. If you're versing a Yi in Platinum, Gold Elo, they're not going to be that good, are they really now? But let's be real, how many good Yi players do you actually see? Not very often. So chances are if they're just mindlessly split pushing, they're going to be dying over and over again. This is obvious, but you don't understand how many times I see people fail at doing this. Focus him down when he alpha strikes in. If he ever alpha strikes in, kill him, because he is completely vulnerable. The only thing he has is his meditate, and even if he casts it, it will just be cancelled. However, you should be aware that a Yi will also try and alpha strike your CC and stuff on reaction, so generally you'll never see a Yi simply just YOLO and go ham like that. But it can happen. I've done it before. Yi can follow your flash over the wall if you flash, however he has to guess at the end of the day. If he's walking up to you, wait for him. So walk at the wall, stop, see if he alpha strikes onto you. If he doesn't, flash over the wall. If he does, however, you can just simply flash over the wall. Once again, it's a guessing game. Simply he has to guess. Due to the fact that flash is instant, there is no way for him to react to that. And also, there's a cast time as well on that alpha strike. There's a certain frame where you can't actually cast your alpha. It will cast the animation, but it will not actually do damage or follow the target over the wall. However, dashes on the other hand is really difficult, because if the Yi is really good and really good at reacting, he can simply just follow you every single time over the wall on reaction. But some dashes are easier to follow than others. For example, Aatrox's Q is really easy to follow compared to a Lucian dash. Anyway, that's all I have for countering Yi. I hope you've enjoyed this video and I hope you've learned something from it. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.